twice. Cincinnati at Tennessee. I got 6 on the Titans right now. They're just a well-coached team. I originally had it on Cincinnati, and then Derrick Henry scared me into picking Cincy. Yeah, that's kind of... I think Derrick Henry's going to be able to run on Cincinnati. Joe Mixon being iffy worries me. I mean, Jamar Chase is going to be coming back, which is very good for my fantasy team, but I just think Tennessee's a well-coached team. They're at home. They're actually dogs at home, which somewhat surprises me. I think Mike Vrabel's going to have this team ready to play defensively, offensively, and I have Tennessee squeaking out a win with 6.
I have 8 on Tennessee. Derrick Henry's a monster. I don't really think Cincy's defense can stop him because there's not many people that can stop him. Their passing game's getting a bit better. They got Treylon Burks more involved last week and it looked good. And they just win. They've been winning games all year. They've been a sneaky team. They've been floating under the radar. I think I took Tennessee to win the division at the beginning of the year, which I'm happy about, and I'll put 8 on them. Cincy might not have Mixon, and I don't know, Cincy always gives me bad vibes for some reason.
Let me throw out, I am 100% not surprised, though, if Burrow comes out, throws like 350, 400, and Cincy wins. That would not shock me at all. And yeah, it's not like Samaje Perine's awful. Like he'll do fine. He's not good. A Joe Mixon, but he'll do fine.
Well, thank you for making all the points for me to take the Bengals with 2 confidence points.
Yeah, you have fun with the Bungles. But...
Oh, well. Jamar Chase is coming back. I'll try to get a game or a die game. Why not?
With that being said, I have 6 on the Bungles as well.
Oh, my God! No!
The way I see it, I mean,
I'm not beating the pick still.
I wish I could go different confidence, like lower confidence, because I'm pretty much 50-50 split on this game. Jamar's coming back, which y'all said. I didn't know he was coming back, but that helps my side even more. I can see it going either way. Tennessee, they've been, in my opinion, one of the more quiet teams. Like, you don't really hear much about them, even though they're just winning and winning. But with that being said, I see it as Tennessee's basically kind of got their division locked up. Not that they're not going to try to win, but I feel like the Bengals are going to try even harder to win because they're 1 game behind in the division, and I feel like this is probably a massive game for them to try to win. At least if they want to try to keep the division competitive and close. At least that's how I feel about it. And I think even if Mixon's hurt, I think Perine, yes. I think he'll do a good job. More as a receiving back than a running back. So I went with the Bengals with 6, but I could see it going either way. I wish I could go lower confidence, but 6 is kind of the way it fell.
Who do you have, Diablo?
Tennessee,
baby.
Tennessee.
The bees.
I'm with Mook on this one.
Bro, I'm like flip-flopping. I feel like if I have a bad week, someone's got a really good week.
I originally had Cincy as well, and then I flipped to Tennessee, so... I thought about it. I seen Derrick Henry in the vision. I was like, you know, I just seen a little snowflake falling in Tennessee. Just one singular snowflake.
Well, bro, I said this game. I was like, man, this is a good game. I should have had a vision.
You know,
the vision was the Bengals fucking shooting themselves in the foot while Derrick Henry runs over their whole team.
You know, it was like the forecast, 30 degrees and clear with 1 snowflake hitting the ground.
Well, originally I had Tennessee, but I think if the Bengals want to win that division, this is a game that they really have to win. And that's the whole reason I'm making the Bengals.
Comes down to a matter of
we'll see about that. Mook, we'll see about that.
Hopefully Jamar Chase pops when he comes back.
Yeah, I hope he pops too.
No, I feel like he might have not like a bad week, but a lesser week for his calendar because the injury he's coming off of is kind of nuts.
When Asian tried to trade me for him is when he was only putting up like 12 a week, and I was like, I can't do it. It was like, yeah, no, I believe he will pop.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a 15-pointer out of Jamar Chase.
Don't.
Do you remember if I offered you Hopkins for him?
You might have.
I was just wondering.
I don't remember
Just
for
because
sure.
he's
You
coming off
offered
an
me
injury
two
where he was
different
on crutches.
packages.
That shit always scares me.
That is true. Don't tell me it's gonna be another fucking Higby week. I had to watch that guy smear my dreams last week.
It's gonna be Boyd, a Boyd
Yeah.
week.
Hopefully Mook's playing
Oh,
him then.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
I love Boyd. That was my boy. That one.
Dude,
Fucking what was it, last year? I
If
think.
Boyd's your 3, you're doing pretty fucking good.
Bro, I remember Boyd was the one. That was amazing.
Anyways, we're going to Miami as Houston goes to Miami. And I got 1 on the... Nah, I got 15 on the Dolphins. Yeah, Houston, they're bad. They're just bad. And Miami looks like one of the top 5-6 teams in the NFL. There's only one game I feel better on than this one. Give me 15 on the... Out of curiosity, I wonder what they have the line at Yahoo. 13 points. That's a lot of points. But yeah, 15 on Miami. This one may be one that ends up just being over at halftime.
I put 12 on Miami. There's not much to say about Houston, sadly. Oh wait, they're starting Kyle Allen. There you go. I think that's what I read. They're starting a new quarterback.
They benched Dougie Mills.
Yeah.
I put 16 on this game. I mean, they can't. They're not going to stop their Waddle, Tyreek into a.
You don't know their secret weapon.
Did Pierce just 2 points last week?
Listen, it was 3 points.
Agent, I'll tell you, I feel 15 and 16. My 15 and 16, I feel, are interchangeable. You can go either way.
I mean, I'm sure my 15 is your 16. So.
Yeah, me and Mook have the same 16.
Well, like I said, I just didn't want to all have the same 16 game because I feel like when we all have the same 16 game, that team loses.
Bruh, if we got Wolford, I'd be kind of upset.
Wolford's not playing.
I heard that. Who's playing for him then?
I thought I heard something different. Maybe not.
Stafford's out.
If they're not playing
I heard
Wolford, then the only other
Stafford's
person
out.
on the roster is Nick Foles.
Oh, are they playing Big Dick Nick?
I don't know, but if they're playing Big Dick Nick, I need to reevaluate some things.
I'll tell you this: both those games are 99% to 1% on the pick'em vote. Yeah, well, I don't need to reevaluate anything. Even if
Bryce Perkins will likely be the Rams starting quarterback against the Chiefs. I don't know who that is. So.
Yeah,
We got injured or something.
his name isn't Bryce Mahomes, so we're good.
Listen, if Big Dick Nick was coming out, I would have had to. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair enough. Has everybody went?
No, I haven't.
Oh, go ahead, Mook.
I put 15 on the Dolphins, and there's really not much to say about this game. But I do know the Texans' secret weapon. It's to be so awful that the other team's like, well, this is just a beating at this point. Maybe we should just kind of give up.
It's you only rode the Houston train for 1 week, Mook.
Yes, I'm done. I picked an upset, and I was clearly wrong.
You were just a week off, was all.
Yeah, you should take him this week.
Did you pick Diablo?
I'm good.
I'm going Miami.
Okay, fair enough. Oh man, next we got Chicago going to New York to play the Jets. I got 5 on the Jets. I mean, there's so many unknowns in this game. Is Fields gonna play? Is he not? Can he make it through the whole game? We've got Mike White, who we haven't seen since last season. Now I will say, regardless of who plays, Chicago's defense is awful since they traded their big players on that end of the ball away. But I don't know. I got 5 on the Jets. If Fields isn't playing, I feel like this is gonna be very low scoring, probably. You know, I feel like the Jets' offense can't look any worse than it did last week, but like I said, they're also not playing New England. They're playing Chicago, who has a way worse defense. I don't really know. Like I said, there's a whole lot of unknowns, but I feel like, you know, the Jets look pretty good this year. That defense stout. They're having a pretty solid season. So I got them picking up the win and continuing on, especially if Fields don't play. Fields don't play, this could be a double pointer for me, but knowing basing this on the info that I know, I got 5 on the Jets.
I have 4 on Chicago, and if Fields doesn't play, then that 4 is going right to New York.
I'm assuming that Fields isn't playing, so I kind of went a little high on this one. I went a little high on this one. My voice didn't crack. Oh man. I have 8 on the Jets.
Like I said, I feel a lot better about putting that 8 if Fields don't play.
Yeah, and if he does play them, I will need to either switch confidence or switch teams and confidence.
Because I definitely don't trust Trevor Siemian to come in and run that offense that Fields is running.
Yeah, and I mean the Jets defense hasn't looked all too bad this year.
I don't like this game. I think Fields plays, and I don't want him to play.
Yeah, I get that.
I feel you. They should let him rest.
Want him to stay healthy because Chicago's a 3-8 team and they're not really going anywhere this season.
Let your player rest.
But I don't like the Jets either. I mean, I don't think Mike White's that much better than Zach Wilson, but Zach Wilson looked horrible last week too. I mean, I regretfully put 3 points on the Jets right now.
I will say this: at least Mike White will sling the ball downfield.
Magic Mike, man.
That's all you got. That's the only thing you got that's up on fucking Wilson right now. He will sling that bitch. We've seen it.
Who you got? Who you got, Diablo?
Good
answer.
Good answer.
He's probably
what are we in the family?
probably tending with kids, so we'll just say Diablo took the Bears. He bared down.
I took a Bears.
He actually did take the Bears, so it works out.
I was talking. I was muted. Sorry. I was like, "Did you not hear me?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot I muted it."
All right.
But yeah, I'm going with the Bears. I'm gonna give y'all the benefit of the doubt.
We all took the Jets, though.
I took Chicago.
Oh, Kuhn took Chicago, yes. And hope that his hero's gonna play. And it's gonna be Justin's Field in New York.
Oh, it's Justin's Field.
The next game, I actually have a lot of points on this game that I probably shouldn't, but we got Atlanta going to Washington. I got 11 on the Manders.
Jeez, double digits.
The Manders front end is nasty. Atlanta's gonna want to run the ball. I don't think they're gonna have much success doing that, and they don't trust Mariota to throw it. I think this is a bad matchup for Atlanta. Like I said, I looked at it and said I really put 11 on this game, but Washington at home, they've been rolling. I don't see any reason Atlanta's starting to stumble, come down to the rest of the NFC South with New Orleans and Carolina. So, yeah, I just think this is a terrible matchup with the way that the defense for the Manders have been playing. And I think, they'll have their way and they'll keep rolling, run the ball, not throw the ball as much as I would like. And yeah, 11 on the Manders.
Someone else would like to go next.
Actually, Mexi, you say the Manders have been good at home. They're 2-3 at home. They're 4-2 on the road. They've actually been a better road team than a home team.
All right, you know what? I'll go next.
When I read that. Go ahead.
So, Atlanta, they've been able to win games, and they've just been finding ways to do it.
Getting healthier this week. Guess that worries about the way.
Oh no, she wasn't in the chat. For rest at home, and so I'm gonna put 4 on them and bite the.
Manders.
2 in a row.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I could kind of see it going either way, but I'm gonna trust the Manders. My confidence is probably a little bit high on this one. Okay, it is high. Not as high as 11 though, but it's 9. I just think Heineke is a better quarterback, and I think he'll get the job done and throwing like 15 touchdowns to, McLaurin and only McLaurin.
Dude, low key, Heineke has not had the best stats this year, but the Manders do let him throw the ball, unlike Atlanta, who is bound to determine they're going to pound the rock.
Every parent-child relationship, right?
He may not start off too well, but he finishes the job done. Oh my goodness, I butchered the sentence. He gets the job done.
It ain't much, but it's
Doesn't matter how you start, matters how you finish.
Well, I just want to say I thought I was talking the whole time. I was on mute. I was going next, but I'm switching my confidence from the Buccaneers game to 8. I think I had it down to like 5 beforehand, but
yeah,
I'm putting 9 on this game also with Mook. I don't like it, but I think Washington has found a consistent formula with the split carries with Gibson and Robinson and throwing it to McLaurin and Samuel. So I'm going to go with Washington with 9, but it doesn't feel good.
Well, I feel completely fine with how many points I put on this. I put 10 on it. The Commanders are coming off 2 wins. One of them, a big win against the Eagles, who are undefeated. The other, the shit Texans. That's not really important. Like Asian said, they got a consistent formula going with the running back split. They're utilizing. They have a quarterback who utilizes the best who I think is the best receiver on the team, Terry McLaurin. And they use Curtis Samuel and gadget plays and pass it to him. I think they have a good formula. I don't see why they wouldn't win this when Atlanta is pretty one-dimensional.
Not to mention that defense. I don't think that defense is going to let Atlanta run the ball.
But yeah, 10 on Washington.
Who you got, Diablo? You're muted again, brother.
Dang, keep forgetting. I'm the Falcons.
Yeah, you got the 5-6 Falcons at the 6-5 Manders.
Yeah.
There's only one game
Falcons.
difference.
I think he's gonna get his dub. They've been playing really good.
Who?
Falcons?
The Falcones.
Yeah.
Marcus Mariota and the Falcones. Now's the game y'all been waiting to talk about. The most anticipated game of the weekend.
No.
The 3-7
Bowl.
Denver Broncos going to the 3-8 Carolina Panthers. Russ at Darnold. I got 3 points. I got 3 on Carolina. I originally had 3 on Russ. Then I heard they weren't playing Baker Mayfield, so I switched it to Carolina. Basically, you just have to ask yourself, can Carolina get to 17? I think it's gonna be a rough day for Deonta Foreman with that defense, though. But maybe Carolina will come in and get a spark. This may be an ugly-looking 3-3 in the second half, like it was last week when they played Baltimore. But yeah, I don't.
No, they had Baker last week. That doesn't count.
But yeah, I got 3 on Carolina. I feel like fading Russ isn't the worst, so I'm just gonna continue to do it.
I don't want to go next.
Nor do I.
Alright, Asian, you're up next.
Yeah, sure. I got 5 on the Broncos. Fuck me sideways. They released Melvin Gordon, so at least he won't be fumbling away carries anymore. They only got 1 or 2 running backs to go to now. I don't know, Russ. They can't be. We're up 13 weeks, 12 weeks in. They can't be this bad, right?
These are 2-3 win teams.
They lost to the Raiders.
They can't be this bad, right? I got the Broncos with 5 points, okay? Somebody else go next.
Hey, Agent, I will say, I did mention I put in 1 waiver. Latavius Murray was actually who I put the waiver in.
Oh, yeah, I put waiver in on, too.
And fucking Para got him, so.
I'll go next. Forgive me, Lord, for I have sinned. I took Carolina. Denver lost the Raiders. I think the Raiders are worst in the NFL, so by proxy, I have to pick the fucking Panthers.
I'll tell you, if they were starting Baker, that's Mook, when I said I had to switch my fewest points, it's because I had Carolina there, and I switched over to him when they said Baker wasn't starting.
If Baker was starting, I would easily be going Broncos country, let's ride, but he's not.
Is it Walker, or are they going with Darnold?
They're going with Darnold. I think Walker's still hurt.
Okay.
At least
And,
with
you know,
PJ, you get like signs of life for Carolina's offense. With Baker, you don't even get any life.
we've seen Sam Darnold. At least we know the receivers are going to get work with him. It may not be as much as you want, but at least they're going to get something. He's going to throw the ball. DJ Moore is probably going to get involved this week. It's just going to be a shit show either way. There's not much sugarcoating to do on this game, but one on Carolina because Denver lost to the Raiders. Nice, bad.
Man, I don't really have much to say about this game. I feel like both offenses kind of suck. I think it's gonna be a defensive game. It's just which offense sucks less. And at least with Carolina, we've seen them have life, but I don't know if we've seen them have life with Sam, except for last year when they started like 3-0, you know. So I'm gonna go with the Panthers with 2. I don't really have a good explanation or a good reason. I think it's gonna be a quote-unquote defensive-heavy game, and Carolina somehow gets the job done.
Which one of these trash bowl teams do you want, Diablo? You want your former quarterback, or do you want the Panthers?
So, in Russ, we don't trust, but I'll take in the Broncos.
So unless you do trust.
God damn it. God damn it. God damn it.
Russ has been off. He's been playing like garbage. He's getting paid all this money, and he ain't really showing what his worth is. But I have a feeling he's gonna get out of his mojo,
Dude,
his losing streak, and get
he's calling
get a win.
former Seattle audibles at the line, and Denver's like, "What the fuck?"
Apparently, I heard that wasn't
he's
true.
wearing
I
he's
missed
wearing
this.
he's wearing the armband at practice, like at the podium now. Look, can I just ask before we move on? Is Russ the corniest quarterback in the league?
100%.
Unlimited.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
I love Russ though. He's fucking funny.
Dude, yeah. Part of me thinks he does it just to get a chuckle out of people. Part of me thinks he likes it, you know. Like, you know, when he says he has Wolverine blood, he's like, "Oh, I'll give him something to react to." Anyways, the next game on the docket, we got Baltimore going to Jacksonville.
Oh God,
and boys, I'm not gonna lie to you. They're well rested. They're off of bye week. Give me 4 on the prince that was promised. Yeah, Baltimore, they're probably gonna kick their ass, but I'm gonna take it. They just had trouble at the Panthers. I feel like Jacksonville is well rested. Etienne's about to have a huge game. That defense isn't nothing special, and Baltimore needs a good just punch in the face. Just to realize that their spot's in danger. Lamar hasn't looked good the last month. He's looked very shaky. And like I said, this is a Jags team that is well rested. They won their last game, snapped the losing streak for going off a bye. They've been a steady team, and I like them, and so I'm gonna put 4 on them and bite the bullet if Baltimore comes out and kicks their ass. But I feel like coming off a rest at home, I like the Jags this week, and I hope Wolfie was here to hear that. I'm gonna look right now. Oh no, she wasn't in the chat, which is big sad. And I make that pick for Wolfie, just so y'all know.
I put 7 on Baltimore. Lamar hasn't looked good in the past month, but you also have to remember he lost 2 wide receivers and a tight end throughout the month.
Go on to bed.
They lost their running back, Gus Edwards. Like, they've been beat up, but they're getting healthier this week. Gus Edwards is coming back. Andrews looks back in form. Jacksonville, I wouldn't be surprised if they win this, because Jacksonville feels like one of those teams that can come out and win on any given week. But I'll put 7 on Baltimore. After they put up a pitiful game against the Panthers, I think they're going to come out and play a lot better.
I could be wrong, but isn't Dobbins slated to return also?
I don't know Dobbins.
He's coming up on my in my free agency polls, so I just assumed that meant...
He's gonna be back soon. I don't think he's coming back this week. I think Edwards is slated to come back this week, though.
Dobbins is on IR, isn't he?
Yeah, they're trying to bring him back before the IR ends, yeah. So, he's still not quite ready. But yeah, 7 on Baltimore.
Before I go, I will say this. There is a chance Lamar doesn't play. I mean, according to fantasy, he has a hip injury he's dealing with, but it says that he will play.
Today?
Let me go and check that real quick.
Normally,
probably play.
yeah, normally if a player isn't gonna play, you'll see him log and did not practices all week. Now, the Friday one's the important. If he's limited in practice, that's normally a good sign. And then on Friday, if it says did not practice, that's normally a terrible sign.
It says Jackson was ultimately held out of practice with a hip injury.
Well,
but
I would look at that on Friday, and if it says he hadn't logged a practice all week, then I would be worried.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be playing.
I can't say the dude's name. Harbug?
Harbaugh.
Yeah, my bad. Whatever. Harbaugh painted the situation as nothing more than bumps and bruises.
Yeah, I would assume by Friday he'll be on the field. Luke, this is my advice to you though. If it says DNP on Friday, then you go pick up a quarterback.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna get Huntley. I think Huntley's
even if Lamar doesn't play, I'm still keeping 7 because Huntley's a god.
I agree. With that being said, I put 10 on the Ravens. I think the Ravens are just gonna steamroll and come off a better week, like how Kuhn said.
I will throw out a name to you, Mook. Old Magic Mike White.
I
don't
do
know if
think
you trust that, but that Chicago defense is bad. And what? Washington plays Atlanta. I wouldn't hate Heineke either, but I like White more personally.
I'll probably just stick with Huntley. I think Huntley's a pretty good quarterback.
That's fine.
I think Huntley should probably be a starter. But that's just my opinion. Not over Lamar, but I think like someone should go out and sign him if the Ravens didn't have him.
I was hoping that Huntley was traded for the last offseason. So he could start someone. I could easily see him start for like the Jets or anywhere else that needs a quarterback. He is a really good quarterback, and I think he's a starting caliber quarterback.
But
because last time we saw him, he popped the fuck off.
With that being said, I put 10 on the Ravens. I think the Ravens are trying to throw it a little bit more. Maybe not run it with Lamar's hip injury. I don't know when he had it. But I think the Ravens do a lot better when they run the ball and don't pass as much. And as long as they stick to that, I think they should blow Jacksonville out of the water. I got 10 on the Ravens.
11 on the Ravens. Yeah, I just don't like Jacksonville this year either, so.
Well, look, y'all should have known I wasn't going to fade the Jags forever. Who you got, Diablo?
Baltimore, baby.
That's what I figured. Well, Kuhn, it's your favorite time of the podcast.
My least favorite time of the podcast.
We're talking about the Cardinals. The Chargers are going into Arizona.
I put 2 on the Cardinals, and that's all I'm saying on the matter.
Yeah, I got 10 on the Chargers. Arizona's not a good team. I don't know. I don't even know what's wrong with Kyler. I thought when I woke up, because I took a nap after Monday. I mentioned earlier in stream how awful Monday was, but like when I woke up, D-Hop had 18. I just assumed Kyler played. I love Kyler too, but man, it seems like Kyler's a pain in the ass. Yeah, Arizona at this point, the Chargers are starting to get healthy. Arizona seems like they've given up. I seen that second George Kittle touchdown, and that team just looked like they had no more will to fight.
Wait a minute, I thought of something I can say.
Okay.
We fire our offensive line head coach, boys. Let's go.
Well, now they just need to make some draft moves. Did they say?
Yeah,
I don't
we'll get
remember if
another
it
wide
was y'all.
receiver.
Were they talking about? Were y'all the ones that had like 4 of your 5 starters on the O line hurt?
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like your O line coach can't be blamed for injuries, but Arizona's O line's been
Yeah,
trash
but
for
that
years.
line wasn't good anyway.
Yeah. But I got
When we have fucking 35-year-olds that are still drawing up like 10 penalties a game, that's not okay.
But I got 10 on the Chargers, and don't worry, Kuhn. When we talk about my boys, I'll be in that same boat with you.
But yeah. Maybe we'll win. Marquise Brown might come back.
Yeah, but how bad was Rondell's injury? I don't know because I dropped him.
I do not know.
I
It
was-
kept him out of the game. That's all I know.
I was very sad to hear he got hurt again. I was like, man. But in good news, the Dortch is back. The Dortch had a great game Monday night. Went over triple digits. One of the few bright spots. That being said, I got 10 on the Chargers, coming off that heartbreaking game at the Chiefs. They're starting to get healthy. I don't know how banged up Mike Williams is, but you give me Keenan Allen out there, and I just see the team starting to get healthier. They're starting to get back some defensive pieces. And I feel like this is a must-win for the Chargers, because obviously the Chiefs have that division locked. They're going to be playing for a wild card spot with Cincinnati and the Jets and the Patriots, and they're going to be with those type of teams fighting for that last wild card spot. So I feel like this is a desperate team, while I feel like I'm going to be very interested to see what Arizona does with Cliff Kingsbury in the offseason.
Murray is practicing in full again, so he is healthy. Also, in terms of him sitting out last week, I don't hate it, because we thought we were going to risk the health of our quarterback to play a game that could be meaningless in the end for our season. I'd rather keep Murray healthy rather than get him hurt for the 3rd straight year.
I get it. I'm just like, I don't know. It just seemed like the injury came out of nowhere. I don't think anyone was expecting to miss the first game. Then he missed the second game. But like I said, I just feel like Arizona's thrown in the towel on the season. So
You know what? All I could think about Kyler Murray missing last week.
that he was playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Did he at all play Call of Duty while he was, missing?
Of course he did. If he's fucking at home rekindling his injury, he's gotta be doing something.
It's just funny. It just reminds me of like whenever I was homesick, my parents telling me, "Oh, if you're too sick to go to school, you can't play video games," or blah blah blah. Go up. It just reminds me.
It's a very strange dynamic for Murray, because I guarantee other players do that shit. They just don't stream.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, other players do stream. It's just I don't know why Murray gets so like Austin Eckler streams.
Yeah, so like it's like, but no, like there's probably like a bunch of people who don't stream also that do the same shit. It's just like they don't get as much shit as Murray, and it's like okay.
Murray gets shit for that for no reason. You know why Murray gets shit for it? Because Arizona put that stupid fucking clause in his contract.
Yeah, that clause was dumb.
What clause?
It was basically a clause that says he had to like study film so many hours a week instead of play video games, or they wouldn't pay him.
Oh.
And then it got out that clause was in there, and they quickly retracted that clause because it made them look very amateur.
Yeah, it made Murray look bad. It made them look bad. It was
it made
good.
the organization look bad. It's like, why are you paying this guy if you don't believe in him?
That's just I like Murray. I think Murray's the real deal. I think we just have a bad head coach. I think we have a bad general manager and a bad line.
But
I genuinely think it's just our staff.
Probably why Murray's getting banged up all the time is your line.
It is. He's gotten injured 2 out of 2 years. Like 2 out of 2 years. I think he's been in the league 2 years now. 3 years, kind of this one.
Yep.
All right,
It's
well,
not
I'll,
too late
go
for
ahead
this
and-
one.
I'll keep it short and simple. Arizona looks terrible. I put 11 on the Chargers, on the Austin Ecklers and Justin Herberts.
I got 10 on the Chargers also.
Diablo.
I got 15 on the Cards.
Fair enough. All right, Diablo. It's the moment you've been waiting for. Vegas is going to Seattle. Tell us what's going to happen.
So we lost against, Tampa Bay and was it Germany? Right?
Yes, it was
Like,
Germany.
how
Oh,
long?
motherfucker! Sorry, I hit my knee.
Remember
2 weeks ago.
me telling you that I didn't like that game because of the travel and everything?
Yeah.
Now, I do
So-
give Gino credit. He did almost make the comeback when he started playing good in the fourth quarter.
Yes, I give him credit because that also like I could see when he's like,
Girl, you can do better.
I guess under pressure because the score at first, what I was told, like it was bad, and then halftime, and then they come back, and then it started coming back. So it was. I don't expect Gino to win them all. You're gonna win some, lose some. He's shocking me a lot, but I thought we're gonna get this dub, and keep pushing forward to back to number one. And I also have a Gino jersey coming in.
Oh my god. I hate it. Zel Diablo.
That's it. Like it's
Yeah,
not much to say. I
That's
don't wanna
my
choose it.
favorite time of the stream.
yeah.
The Raiders are dog ass. I put 14 on the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, I don't care if the Raiders won against the Broncos. The Raiders still suck ass. They're beat up. There's nothing redeeming about them, and Seattle is in contention for a division lead, and this is a game they're gonna win. They're plain and simple. 14 on Seattle.
Yeah, I also have 14 on Seattle. Yeah, Seattle's not the Broncos. Vegas is ass. Denver is ass. Quite frankly, I feel like Seattle knows San Fran's coming. San Fran's been hot. They realize they got to keep winning games. I've talked to Diablo about this a lot. I'm like, what the game that's gonna decide y'all's division is gonna be when Seattle and San Fran play again. I feel like Seattle. I feel like coming off of a bye, Seattle's gonna look really good. Gino's gonna play well. Vegas allows like the most fantasy points to quarterbacks, so I feel like it's gonna be a really good week for Gino. Yeah, I got 14 on Seattle in a blowout victory over Vegas.
My bad, I was on mute. I thought I was crazy putting 12 on the Seahawks, so thank God, y'all.
Yeah, no, you're not crazy. So
Okay,
Vegas-
You're not crazy.
Thank God. I got 12 on the Seahawks. I don't have, I don't want to talk about the Seahawks, though. They suck.
Damn! Better than
Better
your
than
team.
fucking Vegas, bro.
Is that it, Asian?
Yeah, Seahawks suck, but I still got 12 on them.
No, you gotta change
All
the
right.
Seahawks sucks to Seahawks rocks. Man.
Well,
Well, not that. You don't gotta go that far.
Asian, great minds think alike, because I also have 12 on the Seahawks. The Raiders just, I don't know, they just can't get it done, unless you're the Broncos or...
They beat the
I am
Texans.
gonna
Broncos.
That was the other team they beat was the Texans.
Yeah, I put 12 on the Seahawks. Geno's look good. K9 or Kenneth Walker, he looks like a monster. Yeah, he's looked like a monster. He finds holes and then he goes to the house. Dude's a nut. And the Raiders are kind of hot garbage. So 12 on the Seahawks.
I was actually talking to someone about Walker. I can't remember who it
Mhm.
was, but he's like, "Hey, I know this may sound stupid, but doesn't he remind you of a baby Lynch?" And I'm like,
The
I can
offense
see
say
it.
that about every fucking running back they get. They said that about Thomas fucking Rawls. They said that about fucking Chris Carson.
Did they
Just
literally
let
call,
it go?
Did they literally call Thomas Rawls mini beast mode?
Yeah!
Jesus
Just let it
Christ.
fucking go! You don't have Marshawn Lynch anymore!
Did,
You have K9! That's who he is!
did
I
that,
don't know. Like, I don't know what brought it up. It was just I was at work. And it's just like, man, your team's looking good. I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were gonna suck ass, but
we all thought they were gonna suck ass.
He doesn't look like Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch ran through teams.
That being said, dude, K9 does look like the real deal.
He looks good. He looks phenomenal, but he is not Marshawn Lynch. Goddammit. I am sick of hearing this comparison with every new Seattle running back, bro. It is one of the dumbest things ever.
Crying.
Fucking grow up!
Sheesh.
Oh my god.
Watch they announce it on one of the games.
They probably will!
Dude, yeah, couldn't you see Romo up there going, man, he kind of looks like Marshawn down there.
I could, that's the worst part.
God, dude. I recently seen Marshawn with another, I think it was with Aaron Rodgers, like pregame last week. But I digress. The next, we'll talk about that guy soon. The next game we got on the docket is the Rams going to KC. This is where my 16 is. I know Asian didn't put 16 on this to keep it different. I know Mook put 16 on this as well. Patrick Mahomes ain't losing to some third-string quarterback. That's all I really have to say about this game.
Unless that third string was Big Dick Nick, but it's not, sadly.
I didn't even know he was on the Rams roster.
Dynasty leagues will do that to you.
Well,
Wait. Is he
I'm
on
okay.
Is he on your Dynasty League roster?
I refuse to comment. I put 15 on KC, the Rams are ass.
I'll keep it short and simple. No Matthew Stafford. The Rams look terrible. I'm gonna go 16 on the Patty Mahomes.
Is he out?
Yeah.
Stafford is in
Concussion.
protocol. They're not even
Stafford's
starting.
out, and their second string quarterback is out too.
God damn.
And their number one wide receiver's out. But that was like a week or two ago.
Well,
2
even
weeks
with
ago, I
all
believe.
those pieces, it's still the worst defense of a Super Bowl.
And it's
ever.
cut a running back.
Who'd they
Oh, and
cut?
their O-line.
Daryl
sucks.
Henderson.
That's why I picked up Kyron.
Oh, they
Kyron.
cut Henderson?
Yeah, they cut.
To be fair, Akers was the lead back last week. I was thinking about making the move, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. I was
I was thinking about it too, and I looked at the points with him being the lead back, and it was only 6.
Yeah,
I was like, you know what?
I did the same thing. I was like, he had his best rushing output of the season and got 6 points. Yeah,
I was like,
think
maybe your
good.
best rushing output of the year isn't worth playing.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I was like, oh, maybe not. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that looked, though. I looked after I didn't get Murray. I was like, well, shit.
Same, I was like, I didn't get Murray, so let me check around. I picked up James Cook and the third stringer for Detroit, I think.
I'll say this. I don't mind James Cook. I just can't ever trust Buffalo's rushing attack if your name isn't Josh Allen.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of having him there because he had a good game last week. Maybe it will turn into something. Probably not, but, you know, gotta add things.
Yo, the chat is being blessed by the coffee addict.
Kai already gave up
What's up?
my confidence. I said Kai already gave up my confidence. I put up 15 on Kansas City. That's the
I
team.
technically didn't give yours out. I did just say that you don't have 16 on this one.
Well, I gave it up earlier too,
You
so it
did.
doesn't really matter.
You
But
knew
either way,
what game I was talking about.
yeah, either way, 15 on Kansas City. I'm not trusting the LA Rams this year.
Why not?
Because they look
They
so
only got-
good.
They only got 3 wins, and it's week 12.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder what having 3
I
wins.
have time to get some more wins.
What having the 3 wins is like.
Same.
Doesn't Pittsburgh have 3 wins?
I don't know. It's been such
They
a rough
are
year.
3-7. Who you got, Diablo? Also, Coffee says she hopes we're
Kansas.
all having a wonderful night.
Hello?
Oh my god, is that coffee?
Wow,
The
it is
coffee?
The Coffee, the celebrity.
Big fan.
Yep,
Yeah,
huge
big fan.
She might be here because I might have invited her to Overwatch.
Fair enough.
May or may not.
With me,
Almost
right?
done.
Thanks for the invitation.
But you are a celebrity.
Diablo,
Diablo,
you're
you know-
invited every fucking week.
Yeah. Oh boy. So, the next game on the docket, New Orleans going to San Fran. I have one on the Saints. Me and Cooner, two barrels in the same pod. We are homers, and we put points on our shit teams every week. The only difference is he has a first-round pick, and the Saints don't have a first-round pick, so I can't even say we're tanking. We're just ass. Like,
Don't worry, our first round pick will be a
I'll say
fucking
this, you
7th
know,
round wide
and
receiver.
listen, they're not even consistent, right? Because, like, last week, they played the Rams. Andy Dalton looks good, so it's like, is Andy Dalton good again? No, probably not. Sam Fred's probably going to sack his ass like 8 times this week. There's no reason I should pick the Saints, but I'm a Saints fan at heart, so I'm holding myself to it. I got one on the Saints, but I feel like the smart money's on the Niners.
All right, well, with that being said, I got 13 on the Niners. My only fear with the Niners is that some weeks they just play like absolute dog poop, and I'm kind of hoping that that doesn't happen this week. Other than that, I think the Niners will be fine. They look like a very strong offensive team. I don't really know much about their defense, to be honest, but they have weapons. They're using them. So 13 on the Niners.
I got 14 on the Niners. They're
I
the superior team. Go ahead.
have 9 on the Niners. I mean, there's not much to say.
I said everything that needs to be said. Who you got, Diablo?
Who's the other team?
New Orleans at
Saints
San
and 49.
Francisco.
I'm going with Saints. I need the 49ers to lose.
Oh, well, you might want to look to other teams to do that job.
I believe in the Saints. They got this.
You might believe in them, but they've been ass this year. The Sunday Nighter. I have too many points on this game, but it's Green Bay going to Philadelphia. I have 12 on Philly, but in my box score, I have it 27-24 Philadelphia. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers in primetime, I feel like they'll keep it close, but I feel like Philly is that team. They're just really good. I feel like, you know, we seen Green Bay do to Dallas what Dallas does to other teams. I feel like that applies to Green Bay. That's their way to win, is getting Aaron Jones the ball and having Rodgers make throws when he has to. I feel like that's how they keep it close. We've seen it work with Washington where they kept Philly off the field. I mean, I have Philly there just because they've been dominant and Green Bay's had a rough year, but I do see a world where Green Bay could pound the rock with Aaron Jones, try to keep Philly off the field, and maybe this game rolls their way. It kind of feels like Philly isn't getting the turnover luck like they were before, but like I said, you got one team that's having a really good year and one team that's having a really bad year, so in that case, normally you take the team having a good year. So I got 12 on Philly, but I do expect this to be a close game. The Lions, Philly 7, I would be willing to bet Green Bay covers that, personally.
I don't know if this is going to be close. I feel like Aaron Rodgers is going to want to throw the ball, and that's not really the Eagles' weakness, is running the ball against them. I got 13 on the Eagles.
I don't feel crazy putting 12 on him anymore. I think a lot of my superstition is just that close game against the Colts, which Philly squeaked out. It was like that one time they won a game they probably shouldn't have won.
I put 13 on the Eagles. Green Bay hasn't looked that great. The Eagles came out of a close game that they should have been in a close game, but I saw something that I feel like needed to be saw, was Jalen Hurts proving that he can lead a winning drive to save the game, and that gives me a lot more confidence to put in Philly, honestly. Knowing Jalen Hurts is the real deal to go out and lead a game-winning drive. I mean, not many quarterbacks can do that this year, especially. I put 13 on the Eagles. I'm happy with it. I would like to see Green Bay put up a fight, but I don't think like Asian said, I don't think Green Bay is going to be able to do much because they like to pass a lot, and I don't think Philly is really a team you can bully with the pass game.
I don't think, right? The stat come out, they said that Philly ran the ball more on a game-winning drive than anyone ever in that situation. So I still have questions about Hurts' ability to throw in those situations, but They're definitely not afraid to run the ball, and they're very effective at it.
I mean, why would you pass if you're running for 10 yards almost every play?
Well, when you only have like a minute left, you know, you're kind of rolling the dice. If something goes wrong, you're not going to be able to stop the clock. So
I don't know. I just feel like Philly running the ball in those situations, they have a fast young team that can get out and do shit faster. I don't think it really. I don't put too much mind into the fact that they ran more on a game-winning drive than a passing drive, or than passing. I put more stock in the fact that they went out and got the win when they needed to.
Did you drop a score?
27-17.
Diablo, you want to go?
All right, back. Oh, kids. All right, what happened? What I missed?
who's
Only me and you haven't.
Who's winning Green Bay at Philly, and what's the score?
Oh, I'm going with Philly.
What's the score?
Philly gonna be dropping at least 37 to maybe 21.
Damn, he's got Philly blowing them out.
Yeah.
Mook's about to take
Alright.
Green Bay. I think that's why he wanted to go last.
No. I want to go lower with points, but I actually put the most points in this game. I got the Eagles with 14. I wanted to go lower because deep down I really want
You really want
a
Green Bay
late
to
season
win?
collapse. I want a late season collapse and just have Philly do what Arizona did last year. That'd be nice.
Yeah, well, their quarterback has to get injured for that to contribute.
I feel like Philly hasn't. How do I want to put this? I feel like Philly is still dominant. They're just not as dominant as they once were at the beginning of the year. I think Philly's starting to slow down. Not that they're losing games. I'm just saying. I think that they're slowing down a little bit. And Green Bay, they just haven't looked the best, to be honest. They beat us. I'm still upset by that. Should have kicked the field goal.
Rodgers
That's
is
a
your
different
daddy.
story. Yeah, we can't go to his home stadium and win. It kind of sucks. I got 14 on the Eagles. I think the Eagles will win. I just hope they don't. I think Philly will take control of this game, and I think Rodgers will give it one last hoorah. And I got the score of 17 Packers, 24 Eagles. I think it will be kind of close. I think it'll be kind of close. But I'm hoping for an Eagle, mid-season down the drain. They'll probably still make playoffs. But, if it was to happen. But, yeah, I want to go lower on confidence because, like I said, I feel like Philly's been kind of slowing down. They haven't been as dominant, but still dominant.
I'm looking at my games, and there isn't a good one that I can switch this with, sadly. Because I do feel like it's going to be close.
Yeah, I just don't think Packers will put up that many points.
If Green Bay does win, even though you put 14 on it, you going to be dancing?
Oh, damn right. It'll be like the best 14 I ever lost. Because to me, I'm like, man, I got to go high confidence on this game because all three of y'all are going to go high confidence in this game.
I mean,
that was a give me.
Well, I want to go lower confidence on this game. I'm looking, though. It's like...
I do, too.
I don't feel that much more confident in the Chargers. They haven't earned it. I'm looking... I don't feel that confidence in New England. I mean, I guess I could switch it with Dallas, but what if New York stuns them? I can see that happening.
Yeah, so could I. Like I said, 1 week good, next week shit.
I mean, I can switch I can switch it with this next one, but I ain't putting 12 on the Monday Nighter with these two teams in it.
I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like I had to go big because y'all went big. So... That's
Fair
it
enough.
for me.
And Asian, it's time. The Monday Nighter, Pitt going to Indy. What do we got?
Well, with it being the season of Thanksgiving and things to be grateful. I'm just grateful that we put up 30 points last week against the freaking Bengals. I don't know if the Colts can put up 30 points. I'm gonna take the Steelers for the maybe second or third time this year with 1 point, and I'll give a final score of 28-17. I don't know. The Steelers looked good last week, even giving up 37 points. TJ Watt's back. He looked like a monster, and this is the game that TJ Watt could win for us. But I could also see Jonathan Taylor and Paris Campbell and everyone just running away with this too. So I don't know. I'll take the Steelers with 1 though.
I put 3 on the Colts. I like what Saturday's doing. I think I'm becoming a fan. He put up a really good outing against the Eagles, where you could argue they should have won. Under his coaching, they've gotten Jonathan Taylor involved, Paris Campbell involved, they gotten fucking Pittman involved. They're using their pieces. I think where his coaching has excelled so far has been the defense, because the defense does look good. I do like how the defense has looked with him coaching, so I'm gonna put 3 on the Colts. And just give it to Saturday. I think he's gonna get a second win. And I think Saturday is gonna end the year and go into next year being their head coach. Honestly.
What score?
20-13.
And y'all two can go ahead and go, because I got a few things to say about this game.
Diablo, do you want to go or you want me to go?
Also, in what opposite
the
world are
Colts.
we in? Asian's actually taking his team, and Coon's not taking the Steelers? I think Coon's took the Steelers more than
That's
anyone
what I
on
was
the pod.
thinking. I was like, man, if anyone's taking the Steelers with me, it's gonna be fucking Coon.
No, Saturday put up a good outing last week and the week before.
Don't worry, Asian. I got you, dude.
I'm a fan. I'm a believer.
So, Diablo, did you say you wanted to go next?
I'll take the Colts.
The score? No score?
Deciding.
I got you, bro.
Probably not gonna be that. 27 to maybe 20 if they kick the field goal. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I feel you. I mean,
Like, it's
I-
one of those. Go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, I feel the same way. I have no clue how this game's gonna turn out.
That's why I
That
only put
was
3 on it.
Are you done, Diablo?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Just letting you talk.
Well, with this game, I literally don't know which team to really pick. This is my 1-pointer game. I have the Steelers picked right now, but after hearing Coons, I don't know, man. He might have convinced me to switch.
I'll let you
As
know.
it is
When I don't know who I'm picking, I normally go with the home team. That's generally my rule of thumb.
Gotcha. Well, like, I don't know. I could just see us going either way. As of right now, I have the Steelers with 1. My score is 21-15 because the Colts are somehow going to have some weird-ass score of 15. And I think it'll be a stupid close game the entire time. I think TJ Watt's a monster. And, yeah, I had the Steelers with 1.
Yeah,
The floor is all yours, brother.
I didn't have trouble picking this one at all. I got 7 on the Steelers. You're giving me Tomlin against Saturday. I think Tomlin's just going to straight up outcoach him. Yeah, I got Pittsburgh winning 24-14. Maybe I'm disrespecting Indy, but I'm not taking Saturday in a matchup against who's been one of the most consistent best coaches in the NFL for seasons upon seasons. The reason I wanted to go last, though, I want to tell y'all about... So, my in-town league's through ESPN, right? How they're trying to debate me...
I can confirm.
...to play Pittman over Jefferson. I get this...
There is!
No. Just hear me out. I get this notification, and it goes... New England has allowed the least amount of points to wide receivers all season... And I was like, well, I'm fucking playing Jefferson regardless. That's given. Sorry, ESPN. about 15 minutes later, I get another notification. It goes, Pittsburgh allowing most fantasy reports to wide receivers all season. And I was like, because I got Pittman in both leagues, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not playing Pittman. I might play him in that league. I haven't looked at my roster yet, because quite frankly, I'm 2 games down with 3 games left, and there's like 4 teams ahead of me, so pretty sure I'm not making it there, but I thought about it. In our Yahoo league, though, right now I'm starting George Pickens. I'm just rough between, because I'm not playing Pickens and Pittman. I don't want to play both of them in the same game. I really don't want to lay my hat on a Monday nighter between Pittsburgh and Indy. But right now I have Pickens in, and it may go to Pittman, but it'll probably stay Pickens because he's looked fantastic. But yeah, that's my story of Yahoo trying to sit there and say, yeah, this Pittman guy, you want to play him this week? This Jefferson guy, though, you don't want to play him at New England. Look, I hate to tell you, he put 6 last week. Don't regret playing him. Even if he puts up 6 again this week, won't regret playing him. But yeah, 24-14 Colts. I think Tomlin's just gonna do what he does and coach Pittsburgh to a win. I got the most points on the week, Miami, and I changed the least to Atlanta because fuck the Falcons.
I have the most on Buffalo and the least on Denver because Denver's tried and true.
Well, I'll tell you, Carolina was there before they announced Sam Darnold. I would have went 2 weeks in a row on team to score the least with the Panthers.
My most and least is the KC Rams game.
Oh yeah, the Rams scoring the most and KC scoring the least. Gotcha.
Exactly.
My most is Miami, because I just feel like Miami's gonna pull them. And then my least, I wanted to have fun with it, so I went with Tampa.
Trying to think. Yeah, last week on the least, the Jets had 3, the Panthers had 3, and the Vikings had 3. Who ended up getting the most? Was it San Fran?
I think it was Dallas.
It was Dallas,
40.
actually.
Dallas putting up the 40.
Well, San Fran put up 38 and Cincy 37, so I went to. It's just because they were at the bottom. I'm looking. Yeah.
Diablo, do you want to do a most and least?
Nah, it's okay.
Understandable.
I mean, why don't you just tell me Seattle's scoring the most points? I'd believe it against the Raiders.
I was actually gonna say that, to be
And
honest.
just tell me the Raiders are scoring the least because they're ass.
Or you
I
could
figured
go
Broncos
Denver.
was gonna score the least.
You picked the Broncos to win, didn't you?
Yes, but you know.
Then how are they going to score the least and win?
That was my assumption. Okay, like.
You could just say Carolina.
Just because I picked them to win, don't mean they're gonna
Actually,
win.
You know what?
But I need them to win.
I still fuck the
Since
Falcons,
Diablo,
but they're gonna score the second least because the Rams are scoring the least now with their third string QB.
I'll be right back.
All right, I think. Anybody got anything else to add?
No.
All right. Thank y'all so
Nope.
much for tuning in. I don't know if Kuhn's even going to have this released in time, but regardless, us here at the Yomo as a Hero podcast hope y'all all have a great Thanksgiving. And yeah, we love y'all and thank y'all for the support. That's in the can. Bye.
Hey. Man, fuck Asian. He's a bitch.